Yo, so what up guys? So we're gonna be backtesting Euro USD. Let's see how the MAEE formula work in this market condition. Whenever you're placed on the chart, whenever you're about to analyze the market, alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the higher time frame. You analyze from the higher time frame, then you go to the lower time frame to execute. Alright, the strategy I'm going to be using is the MAEE formula. M is for market condition, market structure. M is for market structure, then A for area of value, E for entries and exits. All right, so now the market structure, let's go to the other time frame, which is the 4 hour. Okay, we are in the 4 hour now. Now looking at this, what's the market structure here? Is an uptrend? Is it an uptrend? Basically, it's very clear. Alright. So how do I know it's an uptrend? This is the double bottom, which is price correction. The market was coming down, and you can see after this price correction, it's still going up. Then there's like an higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So change of trend, an uptrend. So basically we want to draw our trend line. I want to draw our trend line in the recent two higher lows. Alright, the recent two higher lows, that's what I want to draw our trend line. So let's go. Where are the recent two higher lows? Alright, so this is it. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so now you might be wondering, okay, why let me change this quickly. Okay, now you might be wondering, okay, why all this trend, why all these lines now? Remember, I'm using the MAEE formula. M market structure. We'll figure out, okay, the market structure, this is an uptrend. Alright, so now what's next? E, which is the area of value. Now what's the area of value? Area of value are where we feel, okay, buyers are going to come in here, buyers are going to come in there. You understand? So the places buyers, I feel the places my strategy tells me buyers are going to come in, I'll draw my my structure there, and I'll be waiting to get confirmation in the lower time frame to enter the market in those conditions. All right, so basically this market is coming down now to this point. This first horizontal ray I drew here, why did I draw it here? Now basically you can see that this is, you see, when market got here it retraced. When it got here it retraced, then it finally broke this high here. All right, so when this high can also be called a resistance. All right, resistance, because the market is going there, it's that point resisted it down. You understand? Like it couldn't pass through that point. So you can also store it in your brain that, okay, since it could not pass that point, probably that's why it's called resistance. You understand? So basically this line here is we can call it the resistance. So the markets could not break through this point at this time. So when it finally broke through, that resistance now will now serve as support. You understand? What is support? Supports are areas where the markets push up. All right, now this is a support, this is support, this is a support. All right, I can draw a line here and call this, okay, this is a support, because when the market got there it pushed up. All right, just look at its support as, okay, push up, resistance, push it down. All right, clear as that. So basically, this previous resistance now we turn to support. All right. When the market breaks through a resistance and it retraces that resistance, most times it turns out support this line. Now this is clearly supporting me. Remember when market came to this point, if you can say it right, when market came to this point, it pushed up. When it got to this point here, it pushed up. Got to this point, pushed up. Now it's about to get to this point now. To push up. If it doesn't push up here, probably push up at this place because it previously pushed up at this point or this point. All right. If it doesn't push up any of this place, and you can say, okay, the market might do something else. We don't know what the market is going to do there. But right now, this market is in an uptrend, and I've drawn my area of value. So now, once the market gets to my zone, I'm going to go to the lower time frame to look for confirmations to enter this market. Clear as that. So now let's see. Let's see how this market goes. Okay. Whoa. Let's see. Let's go to the lower time frame. Wow. How crazy. Okay, this first support didn't hold the market. Let's see how the second one will work. Will react to it. Okay, you can see it's clearly reacting to that support over there. Let's see. Okay, it broke the support. See if it's going to break the last support. Okay. Okay, that is fine. Oh. Bro, market is crazy. It's clearly ranging during this point and this point. Clearly ranging. Yeah, true. Okay, so now the market didn't give us what we're looking for. I mean, give us what we're looking for. Okay, so clearly, let me explain now. Let me explain what happened. So basically, we analyzed the market in the 4 hour. When it came back to our zone, we'll be looking to enter this market, to enter the buy. So the first one that got invalidated is this double button over here. I mean, this double button could eventually push the market. To me, if I was going to take this trade and I entered this double button at this point here and it's at this point over here, and I got stopped out. I will just stop trading for it. I know that okay, yes, today the market is not going to do what I want, and that's where emotions comes in. I feel now let me explain something that I've noticed about this all trading stuff. You know, if you do your research, you find that over 90% and more, in fact 95%, okay, not let's say 90% of traders are losing traders and only 10% are winning traders. Now coming to understand that, now if you think about it, those 90% that are losing, it's not even reasonable. Before you come into this market, you know how to trade. Before you say okay, you want to risk your money on something, you bet. I bet you are very good at that stuff. Let's say even though you are not very good at it, you know how to trade to an extent. All right, let's say you know how to trade to an extent. Definitely 90% of that are trading gurus. They know how to trade, but yet they still lose money. So doesn't that like tell you that okay, that this has nothing to do with about knowing how to trade, that there is a much um like trading is more than just knowing how to trade. It has to do with your emotions. It has to do with your emotions a lot. So I feel trading is like 60% psychology. In fact, I feel trading is 80% psychology. Let me not say 60, 80, because right now I strongly believe psychology is the way to become profitable. Because let's say if you look at this condition, just chill. I'm going to break something down to you very clearly right now. All right, I ain't gonna lie. Once the market gets to my zone, it forms a double bottom. I'm looking to enter the buy there. So let's say I enter the buy at this point over here, alright? Because obviously it has touched my trend line, so I'm good for the buy, yeah. And it didn't work here. It stopped. Invalidated me. I say okay. I didn't stop trading after that, so I broke my rules, because clearly my rule said one trade a day. I don't know. You can form your own rules. Your rules might be 2 trades a day. Perfectly okay. But from 3 trades a day is too much to me. I feel 2 trades a day, 1 trade a day. Me, I stick to 1 trade a day, and that's perfect, because I know trading is in fact I've blown a lot of accounts that by trading more, like literally the trade that will work. If it will not work, just leave it. I feel there's this trader that said this: it's easier to make new money than to chase old money. Yeah, a trader once told me that. Like while I was researching and all, I saw this guy. He said it's easier to make new money than to chase old money. So basically, let's say I enter this trade over this place here. I'm trying to explain the psychology part of trading now. Let's say I enter this trade over here now, and I got stopped out. I've lost money, right? Now my rule says stop trading, 1 trade a day, no matter what. But I kept trading. Just chill. Let's say okay, I still stick to my rules that said only double bottom. Let's look for another double bottom that formed. Okay, very good. At this point here, a double bottom formed. Let's say I enter the trade again. Stopped me out. I entered this one, went, stopped me out. So basically, like, this is just it. When your strategy is going to just we've backtested this strategy multiple times now. You can see it clearly works. So if it doesn't work, if it's you wait for your setup and it doesn't work, just stop trading. Just basically stop trading. And I don't even feel it's only this strategy. Like every strategy works. Alright, there are times when your strategy won't work, and that's what I feel kills 90% of traders that lose money, is that they are unable to stop trading. All right, they're unable to stop trading. That's what kills them, and that's what have been killing me in the past. So that's basically it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment.